go. So we're walking, and we're still at on Folly. I'm at Morris Lighthouse, but I'm a walking, and I'm gonna try to give you guys footage of what would be called their version of Boneyard Beach, right? So, and the only reason why it's probably called Boneyard Beach is because of all of this, and I'll show it to you. All of this land, you see where that lighthouse is? You see what that is? Where that lighthouse is, there was once land. So, imagine. You see all this water, all this water, all that water. There was land there. That's the reason why the lighthouse is there, right? One would say, why? Why is the lighthouse in the middle of the ocean like that? Well, the lighthouse was not always in the ocean. The lighthouse was once on land. And so now it's in the ocean because when they came and they tried to, you see all these little, you can see these amongst the island, all throughout the island, right? They were trying to stabilize the island because of the jetties. But I believe, just me, myself, I believe that when the Marine Corps came in, they didn't mechanize how the jetties worked. And so when they built these, it wore away the landmass. And so Morris is just kind of stuck out there, just stuck in the ocean. Just stuck in the ocean. Sometimes we get stuck in the ocean, and you gotta be okay with that. All right? So walking feet. So out here on the beach, you got a lot of fishermen that come in and they do their thing and they catch good stuff. Sometimes they catch stingrays. Sometimes they catch shark. Sometimes they catch really. Me myself, I have never fished out here. Would love to, but haven't. Um, Hello. Out here has its own culture, its own thing that goes on. Here on Folly, you got a lot of. Some people would call it graffiti. I call it art. But people come out here and they make their little stance with the art that they leave. I don't see anything bad about it. That's cute. Um, but yeah, I love being out here peaceful. Um, I've been able to heal myself, heal my mind, heal my heart, and get on one accord with nature, get on one accord with what life is, and gain a new perspective. And it's true. I love Morris so much. Look at that. That's just the nature out here, the nature of the beast. And I love nature so much. There's a lot to take in, and we will walk a while. And if you want to talk a while, we can talk a while too. But this is Mars. This is Folly Beach. People are out here with their families and they're enjoying themselves because the weather has picked up and it's nice now. Um, but we're going to go into the boneyard area of the beach, I would call it, because this is where trees were once. Again, I will say that you see that lighthouse there? You see that lighthouse way out there? Imagine, all right, that far out, there was land. Land. There was a house there. Marine Corps. We tried to save it. It didn't work because the jetties came in and washed everything away. But we're going into the boneyard area. And over there, I don't know if my phone could even pick this up. Can you? No. That's the Arthur Ravenel Bridge in Charleston. But this is the boneyard area, right? And you just look at it. Mm, just imagine this being like trees, real trees, right? Quite beautiful. It's like art to me when I come out here. Just living art. Look at that. So yeah, look at that. Imagine a time. Imagine a time where you could just, there was no water here. There was no water here. All the way up to the lighthouse, there was no water. There was just land there, just land, right? And now look at it. Look at it. It's insane to me to know that nature can do that, right? One of my favorite places to come. Very peaceful. Now, I wouldn't recommend everybody coming to Folly because I love it, but I mean, I can't help it. You should come here. You really should. If you want a little peace and a little solitude, if you want to connect with nature, yourself, and just be calm. It's calming. Calming. I'm going through a hell of a lot of shit in my life right now, but just being here gives me such peace, honestly. And that's what nature does. Look at this. Beautiful. It is beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. That's nature's art. Nature's art. All of it. Nature's art. You gotta be thankful. I love it. Captured by nature. Captured by its beauty. Captured by us being in and a part of it. Right? Right. It's just wonderful. And then the waves, you hear them crashing. It's music. It really is music. One couldn't be captured by the beauty of it. Now look at this bird. I don't know if I'm able to even catch this bird. It's in the water, just sitting there. And there's the lighthouse. Can I catch you? Can I catch you? There you go. Look at you. Are you a fishing bird? Probably so. And there's the lighthouse. I love it. There you go. Why we can't just be peaceful like these birds? I don't know. But here we go. Just a walking. Look at that. Look at that. I'll be quiet for a minute because you deserve to hear how beautiful it sounds, and I'll get close-ups of the water and all this other stuff. So I'm gonna be quiet. So we call these boneyard beaches because they were once not boneyard trees, they were real trees, and now they are living art pieces. Well, not living, but they're art pieces because you are recognizing and seeing and witnessing what happens when nature does what she wants to do. And she does what she wants to do. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? All the way out there, you see where that lighthouse is? I'll zoom in. Boom. Zoom in, zoom out. There was land. And so it's so cool to me, that all this was reclaimed by the water, by nature. All of it. So it's beautiful in its way. You give thanks for it. How wonderful all of this is. So now we're getting on the outer edges of it. And on this side, you don't see very many trees or anything like that, only because it just doesn't exist on this side. On this other end of the island, it's more flat. It's more flat. You don't get the trees or any of it. But one fun fact about this island is they have an amazing collection of birds, and they really protect the bird population here. I've seen all kinds of birds, and I'm from here. I'm from South Carolina. This is my home, and that's why I love it so much. And they have all kinds of birds here. They have the hawk, which is my spirit animal, believe it or not. Oh, you see them so much here. But think about it. They protect the bird population. So I'll turn and let you see. All of this is protected. Okay. There's my Morris. I love you, Morris. But it's a beautiful beach. Wonderful place to come. Don't tell your friends. Don't tell your friends. But it's a beautiful beach. It's a beautiful place to be. Very thankful to God today. Just share my home. This is my home. And I love it here. I love my home. It's filled with culture. It's filled with history. So much history. Whew. Lord have mercy. You had the Revolutionary War. You had the Civil Wars. You got all these different things. I mean, just jam-packed. So history, culture, art, food, everything is here in Charleston, right? And I like being a Geechee girl. Most people don't understand me when I talk really, really fast. That's okay. So I try to slow it down. Right? But no, I love being from here. This is my home. This is my home. I have been ya. I ain't come ya. I have been ya. Right? So that's just what that is. It's always going to be that. I would love to share things about my home with people so that they can understand how rich our history is, right? Because right now we are seeing in Charleston a change in the tide, a change in the tide, a change in the tide, a change in the tide. Meaning, you got a lot of people that's coming here that they come here because they like being here, but they don't really understand the importance of being here, right? And it's true. It's like, yo, you come here. It's okay you come here, but you don't know who he is to be here and been here. And it's true. It's true. Like, look at this marsh. People don't understand that the marsh is important. Why is the marsh important? I'm going to walk you to the marsh for a little bit and then I got to go. But the marsh is important. The marsh is important because the marsh is its own ecosystem. The marsh is important because the marsh siphons all the dirt, all the nastiness, right? When we flood, the marsh helps us. It preserves us. When hurricanes come, you know, when the hurricanes come, the marsh is the sponge that soaks up all the water, all the mess, all the muck, right? So the marsh is important. We love the ecosystem here. If you're from here, a lot of people come in and they don't understand why is this important. This is important because it protects us all here on the coast. It does. It provides life for birds. It provides life for the food that we eat, the oysters, all of that. We get them out the marsh. We do. And it's true. And so we respect the marsh. We respect it. We respect the land. We respect where we are come from. Right? Hello to everybody that's here. Thank you very much. We respect where we come from. And that's why the marsh here is important. Folly is very important because they protect the marsh. They protect the wetlands. They give honor to it, right? Think about it. If you take away a sponge in a time where you need a sponge to suck up the water, what would happen? It would flood. Now, think about it. Over there in Charleston, right? Because over there is Charleston. I wish I could show you the bridges. I'm looking at it. Arthur Ravenel Bridge. Over there is Charleston. If we didn't have this Marcia here, right? If we didn't have it here, then in times of hurricanes or any times of like major water events, Charleston would be totally underwater. Number one, let's be for real. Charleston goes underwater, damn, when it rains. Like, it's the truth. A little bit of rain puts Charleston underwater. But if we didn't have the marsh, it would be worse because the marsh is a sponge. It is a sponge. And hopefully I'll be able to get footage of Charleston when it rains. But when it rains in Charleston, Lord have mercy. I can see two lighthouses. So here we have Morris, and right there we have Sullivan's Island. That's Sullivan's Island and Mount Pleasant. Okay, so I'm on Folly right now. That's Morris, and then boop, boop. Right there with my finger at. I can't get it on this. I can't get it. I can't get it. But that's Sullivan's, and that's pretty cool. You can see the different lighthouses from this area. But yeah, when Charleston rains, y'all, I'll tell you no lie. Oh Lord, it's like the funny thing about Charleston, when it rains, like people take their kayaks and their boats and stuff and play around in the streets because they know we underwater. Fun fact about Charleston: when they were planning Charleston, the city of Charleston, they thought about like arranging it like how other people did in other countries, like because we could have had a canal system honestly in Charleston because we are underwater. Really, Charleston is underwater, just like how New Orleans is. We are underwater. Like, we were never meant to be like a big city, but apparently they don't care, so they just keep building it up because it's very popular, and it is what it is. It's a port city. But yeah, I love my home. I love the nature of it. I love the beauty of it. Where else can you find it? I get this for free. For free. For free. I get to love on my home for free. You know, people pay to come and vacation here, I get the opportunity of just living here and just taking advantage of it, you know? But it is beautiful. I love my home. I love my home, and I've lived other places. I've gotten a chance to be other places, other countries, right? Went to France. France is beautiful, right? I've been overseas, did that, done that, right? But to be here home, to love my home is very, very special. Um, I recognize that people love this place. Recognize that they fall in love with this place. I don't always want people to come here. Look at those birds. Can I catch them? Can I catch them? I don't know. But, I welcome people to come and visit. Don't necessarily want them all to come and live here. That's sad. Because it does change the dynamic of your place, right? It does. It really, really does. And in Charleston right now, we're seeing an influx of people who are not from here, right? And then what happens is when the people not are from here and they come here, and the people who have been here have to go. They have to go. Why do they have to go? They have to go because they're being priced out. And it's sad. It's sad to think about me not being able to afford to live here, a place that I've grown up my whole life. Me not being able to afford to let the water run across my feet and walk the beaches. It's true. It happens, right? It happens if you're not prepared. But God, look at how beautiful it is. Ah, who would not love to be here? Who would not love to put their feet in the mud? Oh, I'm so thankful, right? That's the whole thing, the whole meaning of life. Be thankful in your going, right? Be thankful when the tides change. Be thankful. Because look at this, right now, look at, I'm going to show you. Look, this right here is showing that the water is actively washing away the beach. Right there at Morris, all of that used to be land. All of that used to be land. So you just be thankful for yourself in time and place, but also be responsible for who you are, what you are, right? Be responsible for the impact that you make on others. Be responsible on the impact that you make on yourself, right? You gotta be happy with yourself first, and then everything will fall into place. There's a tree that's in the middle of the ocean. There is a lighthouse in the middle of the ocean. And how does God allow it to be? He allows it to be because He's God. Same thing with you. Same thing with me in life and situations. He allows it to be because it's God. Now in that, you see that lighthouse? That lighthouse has not fallen. And that lighthouse has been in the middle of the ocean for quite some time. Right? Same thing for you. Same thing for me. Right? Same thing for us all. Despite being in the middle of an ocean, you can stand, right? And have purpose, right? And be a light. So true. Boneyard Beach. So beautiful and majestic. And I walk upon it. And I reflect upon it. And I'm thankful because I know that God allowed it. There's no being greater than us other than God because He created created us, right? But he created us for purpose. He created us to be, no matter if you think you big or small. I don't think I'm big at all. I'm a nothing. But I know that God made me something, just like he made these to still be, to be a reminder that even though the tides change, even though even though the waves may come, he is consistent. The sun, the sun never stops shining upon us, right? Never stops shining upon us. No. Instead, he changes the current, right? He changes the landscape sometimes, and sometimes he puts you in the middle. Zoom in. He puts you in the middle of the ocean, all alone, right? But it doesn't mean that your purpose is not fulfilled. You are still a light. You are still a light. And you are made for purpose. And I love that about God. I love that about the experience that he allows us to have. It's all about perspective. All about perspective. All about how we choose to look at things. I so choose to believe that we are all beings moving in time and space in the way that he would want us to if we choose, right? You can choose to be good, right? You can choose to be bad. But just know, in being good, you got a greater reward, right? You got a greater reward. You have a greater reward in being, look at that, look at that, a light in the middle of the ocean. No land, no land, still a light, still a purpose, but everything around you may be chaotic, right? Be a light. Be beautiful, even though it doesn't make sense. Because that, let me do it again, that doesn't make sense. It should not exist in the ocean. Why is it there? It was there because once upon a time, there was land there. There was land. And then time and space, just like our lives, just like us being people, things happen and it floats alone. And sometimes you gotta float alone. And it's okay. Because even when you float alone, you're still of purpose. Oh, yes. You're still of purpose. So we just walk along. We walk along. Keep walking. But I'm very thankful for my home. I'm thankful for this place. I'm thankful for everything. Time, space, waves, earth, sun. I love you, son. All of it. All of it. Very thankful. And if you can't be thankful in the moment, then something's wrong. You have to breathe and be thankful. Breathe and be thankful. Right? And be joyous. There's Boneyard Beach. And there's the wonder of these trees. I'll touch one. Touch that one right there. But look at that. Just think this was a tree. And you would think, oh, it has no leaves. It's not useful. Yes, it is. It's beauty. It's beauty and it's art. And even in its dead state, because it's dead, it still has a purpose. It's like we all have purpose. There are times in our lives where we kind of feel dead and out of place. But we are a purpose. We are meaning.